Hi, my name is Nick, and this video is to give you an introduction to being a health coach and how to work with a patient. So you'll knock on the door and you'll say, "Hello, Mr. Blank. My name is Nick. I'm a volunteer health coach. Do you have a few minutes to talk?" If they say they have a few minutes to talk, you'll enter the room, clean your hands ideally in front of the patient because they'll see you doing it, and then sit down where you can hear them, they can hear you, you can be close, and you can also see the door at the same time. Because if somebody crosses the threshold and is looking in to see if they're busy, you want to invite anybody in to come in and do whatever they have to do, because your time, you have much more time with the patient than anybody else does, and so it's important for you to accommodate all other care that's going on while they're in the hospital. You can either offer to pause. You definitely will pause what you're doing, but you can offer to come back as well if it seems like it's going to be something that's going to take longer, or that it's a private discussion with the physicians or social worker or whatever. So you'll show them this worksheet and you'll just read it. You'll say, "This is a health coach is a specially trained volunteer, and I'm here to assist you with finding an exciting personal goal and making a plan to achieve it. I can work with you today, and then I can work with you as many times as you want after your discharge by telephone. I'm going to write my name here," so you write your name down there, "and if you want to work with me today, then we'll turn the page." So if they do want to work with you, you turn the page and you explain, "This is the worksheet for deciding on your personal goal. We're going to go over 3 areas that will help you identify something that you'd like to work on. The first is relationships. The second is independence, power, and control. And the third is abilities." So starting with relationships, are there people in your life who are important to you? And then why are they important? Why do they matter? And then are there ways that you'd like to become closer to them, or that you'd like to have more of their relationship in your life? This can also be groups of people, or church, or God. Anyone you feel connected to. And so they'll work out this with you, and as many up to 3 that they want to put down, and that you want to put down. The next is independence, power, and control. So you'll ask them, are there areas in your life where you feel like you could have more independence or more control of your actions or your behaviors, or you could have more power, where your power, you don't have full power over the situation. So they can identify their areas, and you can say, why is having independence or control or power important to you in that area? And then what's one small thing you could do to increase your power, your control, your independence in that area? The last area is abilities. So what are there things that you do and that you do well, and that you could do better at? So why is it important for you to why is that area of your life, that ability, that thing you do, important to you? And is there one thing you could do to become a little bit better at that? Or is there one activity you'd like to start and try this week? You can use as a time frame for these little steps just the week. The next week, is there one little thing you could do? Because that's also the time frame that you'll be offering your follow-up call for. So once you define something and they've landed on something that really looks like it's exciting to them, you can get there from the beginning. It could be a relationship, and then you could skip the rest of the form and write down that goal. You'll write down the goal that they decide they want to do, and you'll talk about a specific plan to achieve it. So you want to go through all of the particular steps that they will need to take to get to that goal. And what that will do is it will help them anticipate any challenges they might have, so that they're encountering it mentally with you, and you can help prepare them to overcome it. And then you'll write down the date that you'll be following up, which is the same date of their goal. So let's say you plan on getting this accomplished this week. So we'll put, if I'm going to be calling you next Saturday, I'll put that date there as your goal date. On the final page, you're going to put your name and say to them, you can take notes when I follow up with you of the date we talked and what we discussed, and if we set any more goals, you can write them down there. when you close with them, you want to tell them, you want to write down when you can call. So you'll on your encounter form, you'll write down when you plan to follow up with them. You can just remind the person you're talking to of what you're going to be discussing. So I'm looking forward to talking about your going to volunteer once at that center that you talked about. And then write down the telephone number that you are going to use to reach them. So this concludes the video introducing the Health Coach program and the encounter with patients. Thank you.